taking bets on whose drink's gonna spill first. I'm thinking Greg's.
Probably mine.
Because his is closer to the top.
The top of what?
The glass of it's gonna spill first.
Oh, and you're
Although
also...
his is taller.
Need my water.
Yeah.
It's true. And
All right, so what are we talking about? What are we doing?
So first off, we got to talk about the BGS showcase on May 13th.
Ooh.
You have a game?
I have a game.
You have a game?
No. You have a
Oh,
game?
I have a... Hopefully.
Shitty game.
You have a game?
It's a
Yes.
game.
I hit the mic.
Yes.
So 3 of us have games in here, and there's what, 15 now total?
I don't know.
There's a lot.
There's between 15 and 30. I don't know.
So,
somewhere in there.
100?
If
Yeah.
you would
Okay,
like to
okay.
join other people showing their games off here from all over Western New York, come on down to on May 13th. It's still open for submissions, but when is the cutoff for that? You know,
The end of this weekend.
end of this weekend. So get it in now.
Although, you know, if you have something cool, we probably still try to slip you in. But you didn't hear that from me.
Yeah.
So they totally did.
There's a will, there's a way.
Insider info.
We'll work on it. But even if you're not submitting, come on down on May 13th. The tickets at the door. Come on in, see cool stuff. It's a party. There will be a bar, not an open bar, but a bar. I believe you get 2 free drink tickets when you walk in.
That's
right?
true.
So you get the first 2 are free, but after that you have to pay for yourself. Just walk around, see some cool games, and enjoy.
To clarify,
yourself.
it's not just for walking in. You got to buy a ticket, and it comes with drink tickets.
Wait, so if you walk in, you don't get anything?
No.
You don't walk in, actually.
That
was- You get belittled.
Beat down,
We'll
maybe.
throw bottles at you from inside,
Yep.
Fun party.
but empty bottles. We don't want to give you alcohol.
No.
Cops come every year. It's a great success.
It wouldn't surprise me. But moving down the line. So this week, Battlefront 2. So Dale brought this to my attention. He did a good thing by helping me out for that sort of stuff. But DICE's creative director has stated that there will be no season pass for Battlefront 2. Star Wars
Yes.
Battlefront 2, to be specific. I don't know if there is another Battlefront 2. Well, there is another Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Battlefront 3 coming out next year.
That would be funny if they just skipped it. But they felt that, and this was first reported by Mashable.com, who interviewed them, I think, the day after. I can pull the article up real quick, but the day after it was actually announced. So, long story short, they felt that with Battlefront 1, that their community was segmented with the way that they did DLC. Basically, you get diminishing returns over the point of go on. Like you say, you have 100 people playing the vanilla version, but only 75 people bought the season that either season pass or the first DLC. So you have less people.
Oh, yeah.
Over the course of 4 DLCs.
That's a classic World of Warcraft problem. They end up having, 6 or 7 DLCs, and it's like, you can't just play World of Warcraft. You got to buy, like, World of Warcraft and 6 DLCs. Yeah.
So
DLCs maybe not the
it
right
seems
word.
to be exactly that again.
Tiny expansion.
Expansions.
I think the exact quote that he said was, "Unfortunately for players that stick around, the economics of post-release downloadable content create a problem. As time went on, fewer returned for the new content drops. A shrinking number of people had access to absolutely everything. That in turn made it more difficult to find matches or even play with friends who hadn't kept on top of the add-ons." 100% true, especially for that game. That game's DLC killed it. Like they were great, but it was just
I didn't have any.
well, you're
And then I
missing out.
couldn't play with people.
with any
because
version.
they had it.
Yeah, I can.
Nobody sticks around to play, like, the vanilla version. It just doesn't happen.
No. After a while, it just goes away, and that
Gets boring.
Yeah.
This-
You do the same maps over and over and over again. It just gets
Exactly.
old.
Yeah.
Then
So that-
play a different game.
absolutely happened for that
That's what I
game.
did.
I played it.
That's what happened.
Yep.
I played the game, like, I mean, even so much as, like, a week or 2 ago, and, like, it's to get into a match for any of the DLCs at all takes forever.
Because the
to do.
player base is just
'Cause there's
low in
none.
general.
Yeah, there's just nobody left, especially when now Battlefront 2 is coming out. Everybody's
Well-
like, I'll just wait for the next one.
I mean, I heard Battlefront 1 was didn't a lot. I heard some people say it didn't feel complete in general. So
I felt
If-
that.
I think,
Did
Well,
you-
because there was no
Part of it.
campaign.
No
There was no
campaign.
It
like.
was really much of anything. It was kind of like
It
watered
was-
down Call of Duty. To
It
me.
wasn't even
With pretty
that. It was
graphics
just
and
a
Star Wars.
different game than would normally get released in this age. It was very arcadey, and arcade shooters, especially on console,
Yeah.
don't come out. So when people were expecting like a Battlefield-esque game,
Mhm.
just because EA and DICE was making it, and they got a game where you don't reload, like that fried a
Aiming
couple
down the
minds.
sights does nothing other
Yeah.
than zoom your image.
Magnification,
And you can
and
shoot
then
someone with a blaster from like fields away.
Yeah, you can.
Headshot them.
Yeah.
Sniper blast.
oh, the Han Solo blaster.
The Han Solo blaster.
Oh, that thing was brutal.
Plus, the heroes just felt meh to me. Like they were kind of underpowered.
It was
from
all
the
just a
beginning.
fight to beat your team
Yeah.
to the hero.
Yeah, they should
Spawn.
not have done. As much as I enjoyed that game, power-ups were a terrible fucking idea.
Mhm.
Whoever had that idea, no. Like, power-ups in a multiplayer game, it's just not bueno.
Well,
Anyways,
Like, in a game like that, an giant open world, like Doom,
I never
sure,
played it, so I
Doom
can't
or
really say.
Quake, yeah. But
I'm not, I'm a big fan of Star Force, but this game I didn't get around to playing.
you legitimately confused me for a second. I'm like, what are you talking? Oh, right, Greg doesn't. Okay.
well, it's also weird because there's a game where it's actually better to play in third person.
I always liked it in first. I felt
I would have wanted prefer to it, but you have a distinct advantage to play in third
This-
person.
I hated it
Seeing
in first
in
in that
third?
game.
Yeah,
you
'Cause
can
see
see
behind
more.
you.
yeah, you can see more, and because it was arcadey, so the aiming wasn't that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Like you had no advantage aiming down the sights.
You know,
Like,
what'd be weird is if you had like a headset in real life with a camera behind you, you could literally
People
be
have
third
done that.
person.
People have done that. They actually, Rooster Teeth, I know, did an immersion video where they did third-person driving. They attached a
Oh.
camera to like a truck,
Oh my god!
and then they actually like had the TV screen in
Yeah.
there, and then they actually drove. And it was pretty spectacular.
I don't even want to know what that would feel like. I wonder if it would probably just feel like a video game. Really.
They also did another one where they did split screen
Yeah.
for paintball. Like they literally put a screen, but they showed half of their screen and the half of the other guy, and they were like, "Would split screening work in real life?" And I'm pretty sure somebody threw up.
Yeah. I would have a stroke. My brain would just be like.
It was funny though, but yeah. So
So how much was the season pass initially when Battlefront came
$30.
out? $30.
$30.
I've never bought.
And
a
how much
season
can
pass.
EA
$30
charge?
is
One.
Yeah.
30 to 60 is pretty standard
Standard, yeah.
for that stuff.
And how much can EA charge for each DLC?
Generally 15.
15.
So wouldn't they make more money just from selling
Yes.
DLC than
Yes.
season
Yes.
passes?
But the
So,
thing is,
like,
it's guaranteed.
they're still
money
doing
at the
DLC?
beginning. What?
They're still doing DLC, just not a season
They haven't
pass?
said that.
Well,
they
like-
just have not said season pass.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's an arbitrary distinction. Like either, like I don't see how that's
It's not some.
news.
Yeah.
If they're gonna do DLC but not a season pass, like who cares? They're still.
They
gonna-
haven't said exactly what. They just said that they're doing something different for
It's-
post-launch content.
It's
So-
EA. They're likely going to do DLC. That's
Yeah.
where
They're
they
going
make
to do
the most
something.
money.
It might not be called
Well, I
DLC,
mean-
but
All the Battlefield games have like 5 DLC,
Yeah.
and they had them planned. Like they announced them well in advance.
Yeah.
Which
which I like. Like it
Yeah.
lets me know that okay, they're going to support this thing well after launch.
Mhm.
Like they know how they're going to do it, and it kind of builds up.
But with like
Excitement.
Battlefield 3 was 3. I played the game for a while, and then I left, and then I came back, and it was cheaper for me to go to GameStop and buy the fucking premium version with all the DLC than it was to just buy the DLC.
right.
Really.
Yeah.
That's
That's-
mostly
I mean,
So
Yeah,
I bought the
yeah.
game
Yeah.
again. I own the game
Yeah.
twice
Yeah,
because
I guess
same
that
thing
makes
with
sense.
Destiny.
Yeah.
I bought
Destiny is absolutely happened there.
I bought the the
I sold
whatever
that
the
game 3
release.
times.
Yeah. I bought because it was $30, and to buy all the DLC cost more.
And they literally packaged it specifically so you would have to go out and buy. That's how I have a digital version of the game now.
Yeah.
Is when the Taken King came out. Like I originally had, I want to say a physical copy, but then when Taken King came out, to buy the DLC, it came with Destiny
You couldn't
already.
just buy the DLC.
No,
That's garbage. I would,
well,
I would
the
quit.
specifically,
any
the
game that made me do that.
specifically with Destiny, though, was they were basically reselling it so pull people back, and also that was after the first year's launch, so that was just year 2 of the game, and then it came with all the DLC after that, essentially. So it was pretty much, it was a different game that your character carried over onto, is what it effectively turned out to be.
Hmm.
It was Mass Effect. except way less story.
Well, but I heard that Taken King actually had a much
Taken
better
King was-
story than the first one.
Taken King was all around better.
Yeah.
Like that was one of the few exceptions where I bought it and then went, yes, that was absolutely worth every penny, because the gameplay was better, it worked better, the story was there. Yeah, it was better. But
The problem that they're having, so the point of them not having a season pass, right, is because it fractures the multiplayer community.
But
So-
they're still having DLC. What's
And
the
they
Yeah,
make
that
less
doesn't
money.
solve that
well,
problem.
the thing is, they haven't said that. They have not said that they were doing that. They said that they're doing something else for post.
Right, I'm just saying I would be surprised if they did do DLC because that does not solve the problem.
It's hard. Yeah, it's hard to not have DLC unless they do the Halo 5 route, which is where you can buy the microtransaction packs.
Or release it for free. You know, there's also that.
Yeah, but that's what the DLC did for
Okay,
Halo 5.
yeah.
Was all the map packs were free, but they got all their money in for microtransactions
Right.
for buying the packages.
That's more likely.
And it worked absurdly well for them. So
I feel like games aren't going to do this anymore, but I would like some of them to let you earn the extra shit.
oh,
like-
I see, yeah.
Like have an in-game currency that you buy it with, or I don't know, like, or at least as an option.
You're saying like in a lot of free to play stuff where like okay you can play this for an hour
Yes.
or you can spend $2 and get it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you can like play the
I
game
always-
forever and
I
earn
find
gems or something.
It can be really gross, but in general, I find it so much more rewarding to just earn the thing through
that's what I'm
gameplay.
saying.
Yeah.
Well, I highly doubt that would happen. That'd be interesting.
No, and since EA has made a shitload of money just selling game skins, and fucking gun skins in Battlefield, like they have no incentive
that
to.
has to be
Well,
These people
something
are
to do.
dumb,
Yeah,
and they
that's-
fucking buy.
They capitalize on it.
They
really.
yeah, and
That's why I feel like they're going to lean a little bit towards the Halo 5 route or something similar
Yeah.
because Battlefield came out and they could see how that microtransaction worked. They had premium, but then they also made it so that people in the group, as long as one of you had the pack,
Yeah.
anybody can play it.
Yeah.
So
I'm talking
it's-
specifically about the battle packs that people
Oh, yeah.
paid money for no reason.
for no reason.
Absolutely no reason.
I love
as far
Battlefield.
as I'm
Even I
concerned.
haven't fucking done that shit.
There has
I don't
to
care.
be.
I never changed the skin on my gun. Who cares? Let's just play the game. Like,
I put my shiny new skin on.
There has to be microtransactions because the fact is that you buy the game and then it costs money to run the servers and
Oh yeah,
totally.
they're
Yeah.
gonna
so they have to do it.
they're gonna have to do something
Yeah,
for post-launch content.
yeah.
It's a money
There'll be-
grab.
Whatever it is.
It's a money grab in the end. Like they weren't making enough money from the season pass, so they are trying
Well,
to.
I
that
don't
also
think
they're
it's
trying.
that-
I don't think it's that.
I think it's more. I mean, yeah, I guess in the end it's that,
Yeah.
but it's in the
Short term, though.
in the I guess like the more immediate problem was just not having a player base, which in turn means you don't have the money, right?
Right.
But yeah, I mean, after seeing like how much money Valve makes in Dota 2 with skins, like I don't see why anybody tries anything other
Yeah.
than skins. Like,
remember when we
it's-
all laughed when like you could buy horse armor that did nothing other than World of
For
Warcraft?
aesthetics.
And we're like, oh, it was a World of Warcraft? No, it was
No,
it was
Elder Scrolls.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And they're just like, oh, that's ridiculous. No one's ever gonna do that. And now that's the norm.
Now that's
Who knew,
that's
right?
It's
We're
completely
like hats were
normal.
a
Primary.
joke. Like in
Yeah.
TF2, that's where
Yeah.
it started. Is we're all like, oh yeah, hats. That was
It's
where it
amazing.
started.
It's
Yeah.
still is that way.
Still is.
It is pretty spectacular. But so maybe not focusing away from the Battlefront lens of this. Season passes in general and just DLC is the greater discussion here. Just obviously it's necessary just to pay for multiplayer games such as this. But what are your thoughts just on the concept in general?
I mean, I don't buy much DLC. I buy generally DLCs for like Battlefield games and stuff. Even that, I haven't bought any of the Battlefield 1 stuff just because lately I don't have time for it. I finish a game and I move on.
Yeah.
Right.
Same.
And I don't have time to go back and play the damn.
He asked for a kiss. It's Snake.
So for me, I have no problem
That's
spending
on the
money
internet
as
forever.
on most games, provided like I would play the Dark Souls DLC if I had the time to, but I don't. So I don't.
I think
The only time it's a problem is when it feels like it's an incomplete game, right? Like
Yeah, that
Or when it's like they put out the season pass because like, fuck you, you'll buy this, and then
Yeah.
and then it's just a license for them to fucking poop out any content they feel like, which happens
Well,
more often than not.
happens with
To
some
EA's
games, yeah.
credit, though, at least they generally be like, this is what's coming.
The schedule
this
comes
is what
out
you're
with
buying.
it.
You know when it's being released.
Yeah,
I'm sure
Like,
somewhere
you
they
want
had
it.
they had analytics that said people are more likely to buy it if they know what's coming with it.
Yeah.
Because how many times, like in the past, has somebody put out a season pass and went, "Yeah, you'll just get the content."
yeah, that happens.
What content?
I
Like,
just
what
now
is
said
it?
more often than not it happens, but that's not true. It does.
It's-
sometimes.
It,
happen.
yeah, I'm trying to think. There was one in particular where it was just like, I might have been like Call of Duty. I'm pretty sure does it every time. Like, oh, you got the season pass, you'll get you 4 packs.
Yeah.
I don't know when they'll come out or what they'll be, but you'll get them.
I feel like I get burned a lot of DLC on like multiplayer games, and the fact that if I'm still playing it, my friends stop playing it, and then I stop playing it, and I'm like, I literally just bought this map pack,
Just wasting money.
you know, or I literally just bought whatever, and
Yeah.
it's
I think
use it 3 times and you're done.
It definitely works better in like single player models or single player game models. Like I mean, look at the Breath of the Wild season pass that just recently came out. Like they announced beforehand, hey, you're gonna get a dungeon, you're gonna get some new story, and like people love that crap. Like I think it works well in kind of Mass Effect storyline, like a lot of
Yeah.
story based stuff.
Expansions.
Like
Right.
if you're giving a
Yeah.
story and you're adding a new
Yeah.
story or world to something, people love the crap out
No.
of that shit.
no, I will not be
Yeah.
your boyfriend.
I mean, the only one I ever bought was for Dark
my
Souls because
boyfriend.
like I just
Back
knew
off.
it would be
Yeah.
good.
I'm sorry.
It would be good, and
That
I would want to play them. Yeah, that was. Please stop letting this person derail conversation with nonsense. Not that I don't like you, guy.
It's Snake. Snake.
Please, skin. Please,
It's
skin.
happening again right now.
Welcome to a live
Just-
stream.
just talk.
So yeah, season pass is all right. I mean, it's just weird they sell them up like as a package up front, like as a bundle now, when like it used to just be like, okay, here's all the stuff that like, now that we've mastered the tools and put a game out, here's the stuff we know how to make now.
Yeah.
Which still is often, but sometimes it's just like, here's the stuff that's gonna fix the broken game we put out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I prefer large DLC to microtransaction bullshit any day. Though.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
give me
you-
new
you don't wanna
missions, give me
piecemeal
new
it, you want
worlds,
a
give me
thing.
whatever.
Yeah.
Like, don't give me a weapon.
Yeah.
That
Like
you
I
know,
wanted to see
pay
like an
win.
expansion pack,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you want to expand. You want a chunk of something that you can now chew through and like actually experience and enjoy, other than just like a little $5, and it's done.
$5
Although Mass
rifle weapon.
Effect did that, I feel like a little bit in like 2, where it's just like, here's DLC, and it's just like
Yeah.
a mission.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's just like-
did happen. Yeah.
The Mass Effect 2 had a lot of DLC,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
a lot. Like they had Layers of Shadow Broker that I remember, but then they also had at least 3 or 4 like little one-off stuff that added like
I think that one on the moon or
a
something.
gun, maybe, and like a mission or 2 that you get that gun from by completing it. And they were usually not that hard. They were usually pretty copy paste.
And usually the guns are super OP in the game.
Well, and the first Breath of the Wild DLC was a Switch shirt and a couple
Really?
other.
Yeah, it was
a couple
awesome.
Other
When I found that
didn't
shirt, I was like,
investigate
"This is
that.
amazing!"
Was it like a
It's
shirt that Zelda puts on?
yeah,
or
It says
Link puts
Nintendo
on
Switch on the
games?
shirt.
It's a Switch
You
shirt
found it
that
in
Link
it-
wears.
He found it in the chest.
Weird. Yeah, I thought it was.
And
so
there's a couple other things, but it's very like more microtransaction
Yeah, it's
than
like
it is like
GZ
actual
stuff.
content. Because I don't think their actual
wow.
DLC is until like
It's not even,
December.
it doesn't even have good armor. It's like one armor. It sucks.
I hate it when they do that, like pre-order stuff or like whatever. Like you get some little neat thing on the side. And they're like, "Yeah, it blows."
Can't even
Like you
upgrade
can't
it.
even use it.
I'm fine with that because fuck that. It's dumb.
It is dumb.
It's weird seeing Link just wearing a T-shirt.
Like you never, you never
Yeah.
use it. Like what are you
Well,
gonna do
the
with
other
that?
thing is in that game though, that like at first is really strange, but I mean it's such a part of the game that you kind of just stop realizing how strange it is. Is that whole game, Link has a fucking Nintendo Switch on him. That's how you open doors and like it's like
Yeah.
a thing he uses all the time. And the first
Oh,
time
the
you
little
The thing he pulls out.
the
the
tablet he pulls
smartphone
out,
thing?
it's a
The
friggin'
phablet?
Nintendo Switch.
Although
Yeah.
you snap it in like vertically, which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. As opposed to
It's a complete. You're right. It's a
yeah.
completely
It's
different.
completely different.
Completely
Yeah.
different.
Yeah, it's an iPad.
He didn't have to. He didn't have to buy a dock for it. As such, it doesn't matter. I mean, I didn't even know that.
vertical dock.
I didn't even know that Zelda
Where
had
is
a
it?
season pass. That's kind of.
I didn't either.
Have they had DLC
Well,
before?
No, that was their first.
Yeah.
This is the first Zelda
There's
DLC.
There's so much
And
that's different
kinda
about this Zelda.
weird.
And they're gonna, their actual like big DLC isn't out till like the holidays.
Yep.
Like November,
So the
December.
next time people are gonna buy
Yeah.
the game, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because like their launch window, the ideal launch window for a console is probably closer to the holidays than they were. So
Worked
maybe,
out.
Yeah.
I mean, I believe
Although they
it.
sold
Yeah,
more
definitely
copies
worked
of Zelda on Switch than Switches.
Oh, yeah, it's a
So
Zelda machine.
yeah. What the
no,
hell?
but they sold
Oh,
more,
they sold more.
copies of Zelda on Switch than
On
they have
Switch?
Switch.
You're not just saying
Switches.
Zelda
Maybe people
in
are just
general.
waiting.
No.
Because it's on Wii U too,
No,
and you're
Zelda
considering
on
that.
Switch.
Okay.
Like it was an article. Like they don't understand it. Like people
Well,
bought the
it-
game,
Zelda on Switch.
Zelda on Switch.
but not Switches. Like they could
No,
look
that
at it.
makes sense
Because there's any Switches
I
around.
mean, right? That's the thing.
Yeah,
They
how you gonna
sold,
find
like,
one?
It's
People
easier
are
to
waiting.
produce the game than the. So
Yes,
like
but
people
why
are
would
buying
you
the game.
buy
like-
the game without
Well, I
having
bought
the
the game
console?
before I
Yeah,
had the
people love
console.
Well, you're
Zelda.
dumb.
I'm not because
Oh.
I'm playing it now.
There's not going to be scarcity on the game. The game was always available. There was never like, oh, I have to get the game. It's I can't find the console. I got the console and I walked into a Best Buy and I picked up the game and that was it. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I
Seems silly.
I mean, if
Oh, I
you
mean-
know you're gonna get it, you just want to play it right there. If
But
you're
you
gonna
can't
buy
play
either
it.
way.
I guess it depends on the person.
I don't see why you're not gonna.
Some people just want to hold it in their hand. To
Yeah.
the heart. I love Zelda.
That's the real reason. That's definitely it.
that took a turn.
Yeah.
I thought about the Switch, but I'm with you. There's
Oh,
nothing.
There's nothing to play.
There's
on it.
if you're not
There's
playing
literally-
Zelda,
if you're not
there's
playing
It's
no-
a,
Zelda,
it's a Zelda
Yeah.
machine.
There's a couple indie games, one of which is worth playing if you haven't played it before. and
Payday
it's-
2?
Wait,
No, like Binding of
Payday
Isaac.
2 is actually coming out for the Switch.
Binding of Isaac.
Oh yeah.
That's
is-
cool, but I already
is-
have it.
Right, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
everyone
If
has
you
it.
haven't
I'm
owned
pretty
it,
sure. Yeah, you
although it comes with all
can't
like the
help it.
DLC and stuff. So
I guess. Aren't
it's-
they doing? Is it in like a new version of it or something?
Yeah, and
I'm
you can
sure.
buy the physical box.
Blaster
which is-
Master Futch.
Not worth it.
Arms is kind of.
Boom.
Arms,
Arms
it's not out
looks
yet.
Weird. First
interesting,
off, and it's
I
like
guess.
I don't know how I
My
feel about
girlfriend asked me today if it's weird if I just start playing Zelda again,
Mario Kart
If
Deluxe
she
comes out next
does.
week.
and I was, well, there's nothing else to play, so
Yeah.
go for it.
it. It's
My wife just texted me and told me I have a huge mangina situation going on, and she's right. But, like, I don't know what to do.
Cross your legs.
oh, Ingrid's watching. Hi. How are
There's a
you?
delay.
You just gotta, adjust yourself.
Yeah,
Live.
Just gonna just shift everything over.
I said like this now.
Cross your legs.
Doing worse.
Remind me to never put anybody wearing shorts in one of those chairs.
Marcus
Just-
shorts.
Oh, that was going to be my chair.
Yeah, I'm really glad.
Marcus
that
shorts are
move.
loose,
That's
That's
the
problem.
worst.
That's
That's
the
even
scary
worse.
part. That's why we really don't want that.
It's not a flight. Light's
Anyways.
this angle.
Show off my sweet ink, though.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. We'll just put your leg up like on the table.
I can do that.
Yeah, just sling it right up. Well, fine.
Like that Will Ferrell sketch in Saturday Night Live where he's wearing a Speedo in the business meeting and he just keeps putting his leg up on chairs and stuff.
Switching around. So anyway,
See, now you just seem
season
uncomfortable
passes.
I don't even know what Saturday Night Live is. What?
It's that show that's on
That's
Saturdays.
on Saturdays.
Yeah,
I haven't watched
Saturday
that shit
show.
since high school.
at night. Live.
Hmm.
With a delay.
Interesting. Oh, it's delayed. Fuck it.
It's not live. Bullshit. False advertising. Well, I guess we can. Let's wrap up on the season pass discussion first.
Wrapped
So-
up.
Please never do that again.
That did a way better job than I ever could on that. So, dropping that discussion.
Drop it.
Drop that discussion.
Oh,
Shit, don't pick it back up.
Oh, you're crying.
I cry very easily.
I'm so sorry, Mark.
he's an emotional person.
The Switch.
It's
It just sucks.
Can we get a T-shirt?
I'm pretty sure this is the third stream in a row that we have shat on the Switch. That's fair. The last week we did the battery charging,
Are
right?
we shouting on it though?
We're not shedding on it. We all have one.
I advise
Yeah.
I
not,
don't.
not
Oh,
shitting
oh,
on it.
That's not shouting on it though.
Yeah.
That's just not
Shatting?
having one.
Yeah. Well, maybe let's change that right now. So, I don't know. I'm still waiting on the Switch just until other stuff comes
Till
out.
Mario Kart.
No.
The Mario Kart that was released 2 years ago.
Is it the
No,
same?
it's coming out next week.
It's the same game.
Mario Kart
No, it's
8.5?
faster.
No, it's
How is it faster?
It's not.
Better
It's
anti-aliasing.
not even 8.5. It's
Slightly.
just 8.
It says 8 still?
It's just 8 with the DLC.
It's actually called 8 still.
No, it's 8.
Mario
8
Kart
deluxe.
Still
8
fucking 8.
Do you know what deluxe means?
Yeah, it comes with the DLC.
One more character.
Oh yeah.
Comes with
Really?
the DLC.
Who's the character? Who's the character?
Get the season pass in
It's
it.
baked in.
No, who is the
Big-
character? Who is that new character?
There isn't a new character.
Oh, there's
the-
not even that?
The
Oh.
fish squid from
Splatoon?
Splatoon or whatever the fuck.
Splatoon,
paintball.
yeah.
Oh, really?
Splatoon 2 looks cool though. They're doing
But
that's
the characters don't matter in that game, other than
No.
light, medium, and heavy.
They're just. Oh, yeah. I honestly
think it's a
have never
medium
played
character.
Splatoon, so I do not know.
me neither. I watched somebody play it though.
Was it pretty sweet?
Yeah, pretty much beat it.
It's,
It
it gets
looked-
old really fast, in my mind.
I've heard that.
Yeah, that kind of looked like it would. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just third person, but like since there's no real progression, it's just start and that's it.
I
Like
mean, it had some. It's cool. It's a game. It's like it does some really good. You know, it's a very clever game though. Sorry, I was
Yeah.
off mic. It's a very
Yeah.
clever game, but it
how
just
was
doesn't
it clever?
last.
Like I mean, honestly, like explain because I honestly have only seen.
There-
like,
There's paint in the game.
I know that.
Yeah.
It's like the Blob, but competitive.
It's
No one's
colors.
played the
you could,
Blob.
you could swim in
I
the
mean,
paint.
there's
I was
basically
gonna
no
go Steve
downtime
McQueen,
in the
but-
game
Yeah.
because like you're either shooting at people or painting, and so there's really no moment where you're like trying to find somebody so much or like you know what I mean. Like you're
So there's
always
something to
contributing
do?
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
And
it makes sense.
when it in 2 it launches you right into the middle of the map when you start, like you can kind of just choose where you launch into. I thought that was kind of good and a good way to get your momentum
So it's
back
King
after
of the
you
Kill
hit-
now.
There,
or
there's
whatever.
squid mounts.
a what
Squid
There's
mounts.
mounts.
what's that
You know, like you turn into a squid, you go faster in paint.
Oh,
right,
yeah.
yeah,
Like-
exactly, so when you're in the paint
So there's kill
There-
streak.
you
there's
can't be hit
mounts.
so like
No,
the
you
beam-
physically turn into a
Into a
squid
squid.
and
Yeah.
can like swim through paint.
Like,
Right.
is it like an upgrade or is this something that
no, it's
you
just
can-
everybody
No, you
can
just
do,
go in it,
and
yeah.
you're like invulnerable while it happens. It's a way to like get away, but it's also the way that you like can.
like
Get
move
close.
quickly?
You can
get up
only
on
do it in
something?
places that you've painted.
I mean,
And
yeah,
so
do
it's
it
just
through
like
the
all
paint.
these mechanics that kind of just wind into each other. You know what I mean? Like,
it sounds interesting.
yeah,
Like, especially if you can use it to move now, or
Right,
like
you get away.
evade, or like
Yeah.
get close, or
Plus, they added a zombie mode. I mean, sorry, salmon mode.
it's just like salmon jumping in.
Yeah.
is that
I
true?
play that.
Yeah.
I like you could literally say anything to me, like yeah, and then there's this
No, it's-
giant
it's-
like kraken
it's
that comes out of the ground. Like I would believe
Pretty
you.
true. I mean, actually,
Mario comes out. Or you
Kraken?
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 No, no, it's just a
Kraken?
bigger salmon. That's it.
Okay, all right. I like you had to think about that for a second.
Salmon?
Is it? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, oh, the Switch.
Anyways, we're dropping it and wrapping it up, and I don't know. What
We're
talking
wrapping
about.
up the season pass.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Now we moved on to the
What are we talking about next?
try to poop on the Switch time.
Oh well, it's not hard.
Yeah.
Joy-Cons suck.
Talk
There's no
about that.
games to play.
They're
Talk
tiny.
about that.
There's a $70 controller. Wait, well,
Yeah.
It's
70
not.
something with
It's
tax.
more expensive than the Xbox controller. Not
Which
as
is
good.
Insane.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
bought
Pro
that
controller, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I
Ah.
didn't think it was even, but like honestly, the I know the controllers that come with the Switch feel kind of shitty in a way, but they're really
not
fine.
in a way. They suck.
But I didn't think
Talking
like,
about the Joy-Con or
Yeah, the
the-
Joy-Con.
yeah, I didn't think having the Pro controller really was that much better though.
I feel like that's if you were wanting to play on your like TV at home.
Yes.
Which is
Like-
what I'm doing with it. Yeah.
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 See, I
So you
use
had-
it more like a 3DS.
See, I feel like I would be with you if I got one of these.
You
things.
would be playing the whole thing in your
On-
hand.
Yeah,
on
like
my
I've
handheld.
probably
Yeah.
played it on my TV like 10 minutes out of the 35 hours.
I've heard that fairly consistently. Like
Yeah.
you tried it once and went cool, and then like you picked it up and actually walked
it's
around.
like
In
so
my
much
household,
less as
it's
a portable system.
Used mostly on the TV.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mine's almost always docked.
That's like, does it work the exact same? Because I've heard that the frame rate actually will drop for some reason.
I
Like
haven't
people
noticed
on
that.
Hub. That was at launch, so to be fair.
It's
Oh, they
less-
patched that,
I think it's
yeah.
only goes up to like what 700p when it's docked, and then it goes up to 900p when it's undocked.
700p or
Yeah.
720p?
It's like
700?
700.
It's
Yeah,
that.
it's
It's
only
that, or is it
700?
720.
I don't know.
20p short.
How would that work? Like it's just like a chunk, like
just
a
have a
square.
blank
Like
but it
bar.
still looks
bar.
just as okay.
I mean,
Yeah, it looks
Um,
thoroughly mediocre.
It's it's definitely sharper when you use it in portable mode, though.
It's moderately decent.
I mean,
Moderately.
I feel like it could have looked better. It's just it was a stylistic choice that everything looks so muted in that game.
if they came out
Is
with a
what, is
console,
it Zelda
probably.
or
Well,
just-
you
yeah,
know,
Zelda.
the look of that game.
what was it?
Originally, they were trying to do Wind Waker, but the problem they were having is that because it's Breath of the Wild so physics driven, Wind Waker aesthetic doesn't give you the visual feedback you need to sort of understand how things are going to interact or like
Are you talking like
predictably.
the cell shaded thing that they did?
Yeah,
Or
so
like
like
what-
it's so
yeah.
stylized that you don't actually understand the surfaces by looking at them all the time.
Because you just don't know what they
So
are.
they had to like back off
Well-
of that over the stylization, which is what they were really wanting at first.
I just
So-
feel like they turned the saturation down on everything. And
I love it
that's-
though. It's so
Yeah?
good. I love it.
I
yeah.
don't.
I like it.
Just hate
It's
it.
kinda
Playing
nice that
something-
Burger-
It's still pretty colorful.
He's
It's
so
still
many
Asian
amazingly
than I am.
colorful for
I think it looks like it's a visually appealing game
Yeah.
for what it is.
like when you're on a grassy
looks
hill
nice.
in the sun, man. That's so bright. I feel like that comes off extremely bright.
all bloom.
Yeah, yeah. It's a ton of blue, but still.
But they make
I
it
mean,
remarkably sharp and good looking for like,
Yeah.
I guess substandard console or something.
What is
Yeah.
it like? What's a match on the console specs for that? Like,
Wanna look-
what
what
would
am I
be
looking
like
up?
Like my cell phone.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, actually,
So- so just
pretty
look up-
damn close.
Yeah.
Let's just look up Nintendo Switch specs first. Start from there.
It's like a slightly better Tegra chip.
yeah,
Do-do-do,
definitely. It's, I mean,
scrolling
yeah, is it a
down.
Tegra chip? That would make sense.
It is a Tegra
Yeah.
processor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a custom Tegra processor.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Slightly
sure,
better.
of course.
Ooh. They changed one thing.
Yeah, the screen's
Uh-huh.
only 720, so it's I think it's 900
Yeah,
on
1280 by
docked.
720.
Yeah, it's 900
720.
undocked, but the screen's only 720p.
The 32 gigs of storage, video output is 1080p on HDMI and TV mode, 720.
But only
built
some
in.
games do 1080p. Not
Well,
all
yeah,
of them
that's
do.
Well,
a
yeah,
lot of the
that's
trick.
a lot of the consoles do that.
Yeah.
That's not their fault. That's just
That's
that.
true.
Yeah.
I mean, it does a pretty good job for a, half portable, half not console.
It seems to work. That's all that matters in the end. But I don't know.
I mean,
What's the
it's-
battery? How have you felt on battery? Because I've heard people were
Playing Zelda, it's not good
yeah.
compared
So
to.
doing the one thing to do on it.
I've never played it long enough out of the dock to really comment on that.
I'll get about maybe like 4 hours before I need to charge, 2.5.
That's
maybe.
not bad.
That's
Yeah.
not.
I'm
It's
usually-
not great, but it's
yeah.
not bad. Is it a bit?
It's
can you
less than a plane ride, though.
yeah.
Yeah,
Can you
like-
swap the battery out? Can you have like
No.
multiple batteries?
No.
So it's.
But you can get a
A brick for the back of it.
a brick.
Uh,
A brick
I
with a
think I've
USB-C.
seen that, or you
Yeah.
can get the expansion port or whatever.
The controller life though kicks the shit out of a PS4 controller.
Oh,
A lot
PS4
of things.
controllers
a lot of
are
things
awful.
beat the shit out
when
of
it
it.
comes
Controller
to
lasts
battery
about
life.
10 hours, I believe.
Like
PS4
I got a
No,
PS
the
The other one?
PS4.
How long's a PS4 controller?
like
on
4
it?
hours.
Yeah.
I
If
feel
that
like
even.
like when I first
20
got
minutes.
a PS4, which was recently, it was 3 or 4 months ago. I couldn't believe how shitty the life.
I'm pretty
on those
disappointed.
controllers.
I had
was.
to go out and get a charging station for it, just because like I had to. Anytime I was done playing, put it right back on.
Yeah.
I was playing a game for the first time, and it was just like, "Yo, my controller's dead." Like I'm just
Yeah,
like
not
one
only do I
session
have
of playing, my controller's dead.
now
Fuck
not
you.
only do I have to make sure that the game's installed properly and everything, but I have to make sure my controllers are charged before I can even
Yeah.
Yeah,
touch
do
the
some
game.
real planning.
I feel like my Xbox controllers last forever.
They do, but unlike the 360, when the warning sign comes up, like you're about to run out of battery, you are about to fucking run out of battery. Like you've got 35 seconds. The 360, you had it like 2 days. Xbox One,
Yeah.
you have no time, but
Yeah.
it does last forever.
The one thing I do like about the Switch is that it's remarkably easy to sync a controller with it. Like all you have to do.
I would
like,
hope so.
like
Like fucking
my roommate has
clunked
one,
onto the
and
side.
You just you just clunk it in, switch it in, and then it just syncs.
If
That's
that
it.
did
Easy.
not work, that would be
Yeah,
horrible.
it's so
Like,
seamless. It's amazing.
That's literally half the consoles
Yeah.
just
Do
gone.
you and your roommate both have
Yep.
Switches?
Mhm.
Yeah, me and mine do too.
Oh, let's never mind that the Joy-Cons are $80
Mm.
for another pair of them.
At least you
what?
get 2 of them though.
No
Oh,
way.
oh,
That's a joke.
Yeah.
What a
No,
joke.
they're $80.
They're $80 for
Mhm.
2 of them
They're just
for like so a
for the
set.
pair, and it doesn't. You was talking about this last It doesn't come with the stupid plastic holder
In the
either.
middle.
It's
what the
extra.
fuck?
Really? So that little gray piece right there that
That's-
actually attaches to it?
It's not plastic.
Yeah, so, like,
it's made of metal
No,
too.
no, the little
Yeah.
plastic like holder, so
Oh,
it makes
I
it
see.
like a
On
normal controller.
Oh, the grip.
Yeah, the grip.
The not
doesn't
charge
come
grip.
with a grip, so it's $80 plus. If you want to hold it like a normal controller, you need to buy the grip. So you're out like $100.
Plus, you're not going to buy that grip. You're going to buy the charging grip.
Right.
Which is going to be another $30.
Yeah.
30,
So
40.
fuck off.
So
You just bought
That
you
was
bought a game and another controller for the price of a console. Like,
worth.
Joy-Con controllers, $80.
oh,
Holy shit!
They come out yellow ones too.
yeah, they look. I hate the colors.
They
on the
that
controllers.
is not like the red and blue's okay.
No,
the,
it's gross.
the yellow is that's not an appealing yellow at all.
Black's the only one worth owning.
I don't know why they
I'd
sell
like
them
to look good.
separately too. Like why
Why you
why
can't just
buy
mix
two
and
blue
match?
or two red?
Yeah, buy like a left side and the right side. Well, then they'd cost like $50 each,
Yeah,
That's true.
and
it's
then
a
there'd be
premium.
100 for.
But they might as well mix and match for the rest of them. Why not yellow and blue or yellow and red?
Because I don't want to see what that yellow and that blue looks
Terrible.
like.
You just need to
together.
make a friend and switch them.
Well,
Switch them.
Switch them?
Oh shit! Yeah,
what was it? The
$30 for
Tip,
the
please.
$30
for
for
the
the
charging grip. So you're at $110.
$90 for the dock set.
Are you kidding me?
No,
Oh, they have wheels too now.
All it is a
Wheels.
pass
Yeah, they have a
through
wheel.
Oh.
for the charger and
What What
HDMI.
the fuck are you gonna do with wheels
not,
on
not,
it?
not a car.
you can get the Joy-Con wheel.
The
a
dock
set
is
of two-
$90.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, but why is the fucking wheels then $15 for two
What
of
are you
them?
even gonna use the wheel?
You
I
get
don't-
two.
You get two of them. For, that pricing does not.
No, it doesn't make
Something
any
doesn't
sense.
seem to be right here. Hold on, there's more accessories. I'm enjoying this. Hold on, what else you got in here? The fucking Joy-Con
It's
strap.
interesting they get two wheels with them.
Did you know they discontinued the NES what is it?
Classic?
Classic?
Yeah, we were talking about it a
Yeah.
little bit last week.
Yeah.
It is. Who cares at this point? Like,
Well, it's just weird. Nintendo's like hardware, like the way they handle their like.
I
their
think they just
pricing
want
and
to
their
keep-
manufacturing is.
Well, that
just
thing
like,
got hacked to
what?
shit too, and they don't like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it was what 6 feet long for
I mean,
the
they should have
controller
expected it, too,
cable. It
though.
was just not well made. Also, I think they just wanted to kind of cut it off and keep the excitement for it because SNES Classic, or if Chris Langford's watching, SNES Classic, is
SNES.
coming out here pretty soon.
Everyone say SNES.
Is that
SNES.
confirmed or is that just rumor?
Yeah.
It's highly rumored.
It's highly rumored,
Yeah.
but
Holiday
whether or not it-
2017.
I just don't. I don't.
whether or
care.
not it comes out, I would not care either way
Well, it's
because they
like
already
every-
made it. It's called the Virtual Console.
No,
Like-
it's called
Oh,
ROMs
which
and
is not available on the
emulators.
Switch.
When was it? A couple months for that one?
It's so
It's
dumb,
May, right?
Yeah, they're coming out
Like,
with
I
their online
just-
service
see,
in the fall.
See, that's the
Right.
thing. Like they
Yeah,
had
fuck
they
them.
had it already ready. They had that ready to go.
Nope.
They could have had it at launch and then had a fucking built-in library of, arguably, especially the older ones, one of the best libraries in games, and it would have been available at the start. So you at least had something. May not be new,
And
but
then you
had
could
something.
buy the games again.
Yeah.
Like,
And they're doing that fucking like Netflix style thing now, where basically you can like buy into it.
Well, you get
for
like a certain
subscription.
number of games a month
Yeah.
or something, then fall. It's
Well,
all very
they're-
ambiguous.
they're
and vague.
doing like PS Pro does, or PS Plus and Xbox, but
but not.
they take them away at the end of the month,
Yeah.
right? Like, so
Except instead of
No.
it being just a couple years old,
You
it's
don't get
fucking
it. No,
18.
the PS Plus, you keep them as long as you're
no,
subscribed.
I'm talking about Switch.
Oh,
Switch.
they take them away.
Like
Script?
Yeah,
script,
if you the
Switch.
second-
Nintendo script.
Like they have. What I remember, I could be totally wrong, is that
investigate
they give you whatever games for the month, and then at the end of the month, those games are gone, and then it's another set.
That's silly.
It is silly. It's the
Now it's
complete
Virtual
opposite
Console, sort of.
of all what we're used to now, right? Like,
Plus, you already bought the games on like the Wii. Like, why don't you need to buy them again?
Or on the Wii U,
or the 3DS or the DS,
or on the
or-
NES when it first came out, whatever it is. Like,
It's like if the same game comes out for the Switch and you have it for the DS already, can you just
I
like
don't know.
crossplay or something? That'd be nice.
you're asking too much.
Because there's no information about it.
Yeah, they've been pretty tight. Kind of bringing it full circle.
Yeah,
this
pretty
is
tight butthole about it right now.
this is a thing to. This is to bring it back to season pass. This is complete opposite of them not giving any information out before.
Oh shit! Is that Bjorn?
What's that say?
Game Dev 513?
I don't know. I can't read.
fair enough.
He just read it to you, though.
It's right there.
I read with my
can't
ears,
read.
and
I knew that was coming.
And not my nose.
That's a good callback to.
so it's something that no
Earlier
one
today.
listening
Different
knows about.
conversation,
Yeah.
Unless
Well,
you're-
fuck it. It was funny to us. So
It was pretty entertaining. That's all that matters.
Nobody's watching this shit
Yeah.
but us, anyways.
Make a show. Make a show that you want to watch.
well,
That's
Game
what
Dev
first.
513
I
is.
might be taking that a little too far.
Make a show that only we watch.
Only we can understand when we watch it.
Oh, and it's like, but
Remember to donate $200 for a new computer.
please,
Don't forget.
please,
Don't
please,
forget.
All goes.
don't
donate,
forget.
donate at the
Space.
donate button down
Yeah,
below.
you need to get the bar with the filling up and the.
It does. I got one right there.
Oh.
Is it filling up?
Yeah.
Oh.
It hasn't moved, but
Oh.
it's there.
Well, fuck.
Fill
fuck
it
you
up.
all.
Fill her up. Yeah, that's for that one in particular is for to finish off the mic
Ah,
equipment. Here.
Word.
It's
Uh,
cold in here still.
You can turn it off. if you
Burr.
Would you like a sweet BGS sweatshirt?
want. For sale.
For how
Or a
much
koozie.
monies?
We're not actually
Yep.
selling them
You want
because
to
we don't have any more. Those were all custom ordered.
Oh. One of a kind, then.
But I have one
I have one too.
out there.
It's-
No, like just sitting out there.
Oh. Mine's farther that way.
Yeah.
your house.
Left the
all
building.
over,
And
Yeah.
also that way.
Anyways,
This is great. This is great TV.
It's a live stream, folks.
Wait,
It's
we're
free.
live?
This is a free show.
It's free. This is the talking shit about random shit portion
About
of
the
the podcast.
Switch. Yeah.
who's the maybe version? That's what I want to know.
Who's
I mean,
Virgin 1,
as soon as we
Virgin 2?
turn the camera off, we all have sex with each other. So,
Obviously.
Yeah, so we're not virgins.
He's right for now.
Wait.
anyways,
Like we do that, and we're just like, ha, we
So
win.
it's on you.
Who's the virgin now?
and then we all have AIDS.
Well, wait, who
Oh.
had it first?
Oh.
That was the baby virgin who had that. But yeah, I guess move.
Wait, no, you get HIV
Wait,
first.
Full blown AIDS right out the gate.
Damn.
Born
Out of
with it.
nowhere.
0 to AIDS.
Anyways, game dev or
Yeah.
game. Let's go
I was
back to
gonna-
Nobody
that.
cares about that.
I was gonna turn it into Game Jam this week if I want to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah.
Today being the 20th for
With the game jam being
Thursday.
tomorrow,
21st, starting at
7 p.m. Announce the theme.
But if you're interested in that, go check out the Twitter to vote on it on
The
the,
theme is
themes.
Game Jam.
That's
Theme is
overall
Jam the
theme,
Game.
maybe. But
It's a
No.
good theme.
It seems appropriate.
it's pretty straightforward,
Yeah.
honest. But I guess I was
also overlapping with Quasi Jam
Quasi Jam
9.5.
9.5.
Because he's not in it.
Because he's fucking Square Enix over there.
9.5.
Final Quasi
9.6.
Jam 9.5.
What do you mean? Is he releasing all his old games as
Quasi.
new games?
His one game.
Quasi Jam 9.7379.
But I was wanting
Free bar.
to just talk a little bit
Redux.
about your experience with the Game
Redux.
Jam, or just all of us in general.
Yeah.
Just kind of
No, just Greg.
discuss that.
Well,
No,
let's
just
That's all,
Start
Greg.
that's all
and
people are
Greg.
watching for, right?
Yeah. I mean, your
Uh,
wife
You
is.
covered up your legs, so.
We need
I'm
something
up here,
else.
guys. Yeah, I mean, the first thing I ever did that really got me started in dev was a game jam, and I did it. I didn't know anything. I mean, and that's a totally valid way to come in, and it's how we hope people like that come in to our game jams because it's hands down the best way to get. I mean, to me, it's the best way to get started, and if you're already started, it's hands down the best way to get better. Nothing makes you better than cranking out a shitty game. And almost you gotta almost just be resigned to badness, but they're not always bad. And there's actually, I mean, there's a chance it'll come out good at no matter
There's a
what
couple
skill.
of good ones,
But
yeah.
don't, that's not the point. Hopefully it does come out good and definitely try for it. But it's not about that. It's about just making a game. And if you did that, or if you even tried it, you win. And it's the best way for you to get better. You'll meet lots of people. And it's just, other than that, it's just super fun.
Yeah, I mean, bar none, you're going to learn something.
Yeah. No matter how good
if,
you are.
If you didn't learn anything, then you fucked up.
Yeah.
Because, like, you did something you're totally comfortable with, or you didn't interact with someone that you hadn't interacted with before, or you didn't try something new. Like, if you go away going, like, yep, I knew what I learned going in is the exact same now, like, you fucked up.
Yeah, absolutely. Every single game jam, I always try at least one thing new.
Oh, yeah.
Like whatever it is, it might be a little thing or it might be an entirely different mechanic, but just something that
Yeah.
I wouldn't normally do in an environment that there's if you fail, you fail. Like,
That's
it
what's
doesn't
cool
matter.
about it is like,
Because who cares?
Yeah, it's a game
yeah,
jam.
it's a
You
chance to
still
just
learn
try
shit.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you know that you either need to get better at it or like what to do like next
I
time,
mean,
something
there's
like
always
that.
getting better, but you gotta like you just learn a lot of crap from it. Like I also went in last year, like just knowing nothing at all, and then like I mean now I kind of still know nothing, but like still
You know, slightly
I know
less nothing.
slightly, yeah, exactly. You know, you're all just slightly better. You know, it's all about the increments.
The first game or game space thing I ever did was BGS Jam 2,
Whoa.
which is throwing it back.
Yeah.
What was
But
that?
I don't know.
That was in like 1970.
Was that the,
Yeah.
was that the
One.
Big D Collective? You're
It was probably, it was
bring
after
back
that.
the inside
It
joke.
was
That's
the
a good
Buffalo
story.
Game
Is that on
Space.
the SNES?
But you know,
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I expected to walk in like I knew no one there, right? I expected to walk into a bunch of neckbeards and mouth breathers, and
That's
You
what
were
you got.
right.
there was
That's
some
exactly
there.
that, yeah.
There were some there, but no, it was just came in, fucking met Chris and Futch and a few other people, and we built a game.
That's the beauty.
And
That
that's
is
it. You
the
didn't know
idea.
anybody,
I
and
knew
you
no
hadn't
one.
made a game, right?
I'd made stuff before. I'd played in Unity a little bit, but
Even still,
but
like
not.
that's
That
a good
is
point. Like
that
you
is
don't
the
even need
most
to know anybody.
ideal
Yeah.
version. Like
Yeah.
you just show up, you meet people.
I
and
saw
then
a
you just make
post
shit.
You'll
on
make
a,
friends for sure.
on a
Yeah.
Google group that unrelated to the game space. It's just a local tech one. It's like, hey, we're doing a thing.
Yeah.
And I showed up.
No, that's
And
that
just-
is.
we built a
Actually, I'm
game.
pretty sure you were the one who told me, "Hey,
I did.
go to this thing."
I did. So
Do
you
it.
knew me
Yeah,
and you listened to me. That's a smart life move.
yeah, right.
And that's how Arsenio got AIDS.
But
Full
he
blown.
also
Bring it
became a
back.
game space.
But
member,
exactly. But I don't know
Good
what.
things, bad things.
so they balance out.
You know.
AIDS game jam. Yeah, the same thing.
Yeah.
But what are your experiences? I guess.
Good.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Wrap that up. You wrapped that up so hard.
Pretty concise.
But I don't know. I met a lot of different people that I wouldn't otherwise met, and like I mean, game jams are just a great way to learn. Like they just make your brain hurt, and you're just like, man, I want to do this better, and man, I just want to like do something, and like even if you know nothing about like anything, like you can still contribute. You know,
Yeah.
like I mean, I think
I've
my
had-
first game jam was like
Yeah, you can not be an artist, not be a musician,
Yeah.
never in a line of code in your life. There's still so much to be done.
The
Game design and play testing.
and still that's a chance to do those
Yeah.
things. You know.
Yeah.
one of the games I came out with most happy in a game jam was like the idea we started with was from a person who really only had ideas. Like she didn't contribute, she didn't code or make any music, but she was there for the brainstorming and she gave like really good ideas and she just like really got into it. And that's awesome. Like that's all you need. That's the least amount you can do, and it's like so helpful still, right? Like
Mhm.
there's just always room for everybody somewhere.
No, totally.
Because there's plenty of people who have like skills and just don't like. I mean, have any ideas. They're just like, man, I want to make something,
That's
but
me.
I can't think of anything.
Realistically.
Inverse.
No, like even if you've never, if you're just curious about the process of game design in general, just go to watch. Like just walk around, like see
Yeah.
like the stages that people are in. Like it's just that alone is so just educational. Just to understand, because especially if you were just an artist or just a musician or just a programmer, etc., to go in and then see everybody else doing their shtick, it's just so wonderful.
Yeah.
But above all, you just meet people. You know, you meet people
And it's
from
fun.
different walks
Yeah.
of
Which,
life.
as awful as that sounds,
It is terrible. A terrible,
come
terrible
back,
thing.
please.
It's a good thing though.
I mean, you can work at the
Terrible
corner
difference.
too if you want, like if that's your jam.
Yeah.
Game jam.
No, just your jam.
So
Okay.
quasi jam.
Strawberry jam?
What's-
Raspberry jam.
Oh, I see
Toe
what you
jam.
did there.
Toe
I
jam.
see. Ew.
No Earl though.
No.
He's flaky.
Rip.
Speaking of which, new Toe Jam and Earl game.
Is that actually happening?
Yeah, it's happening.
No way.
I kind of don't care though.
Why?
What is this?
Why? Toe Jam and Earl? Dude, you know what Toe Jam and Earl is?
Googling.
It's Genesis.
Yeah, it's Genesis. That's
That's kind of like
some of the better Toe Jam and Earl 1 was really cool. 2 was the one I had, of course, which was
Of course.
yeah, because it was nothing like 1. I mean, it
feel
was
like
not
I've
nearly
seen
as
this.
good. It was a good game. It was still a really good game. It just wasn't what it 1 was, which was a top-down sort of like I don't even know, how do you describe that game?
Open world.
Just go. for
Kinda,
it.
kinda.
Strange.
What was this
undeveloped
game
open
exactly?
world.
You had to in the original you had crashed on Earth. Well, in both, you're on Earth and humans are toxic to you. So you have to avoid them. No, sorry, in the first one you're on Earth and you have to get off Earth, avoiding humans. The second one, humans have escaped Earth and they are on your planet. It's called Panic on Funkatron. And you have to capture them in jars and
Panic on what?
Funkatron.
Okay.
That's where they live.
It's Funkatron.
So the game is very funky.
Super funky.
Even
Yeah.
the way they walk is funky.
Yeah,
Like-
it's totally funky. Anyways, you saw
Yeah,
that.
they're all, there's seriously so many sound effects of them being like, "Oh yeah."
I didn't get to play it, but I saw it at PAX. It
Yeah?
was,
Really?
Yeah.
What does it look like?
Toe Jam and Earl.
But which one? We just talked to. There's two different styles.
Dude, I don't know. It was from a distance.
Is it the one
Ah.
like? Yeah.
There was a huge line to play any of those games, and
Yeah, screw that.
I had better things to do with myself.
Then play Toe Jam and Earl again.
Well, stand in line for 2 hours to play
Yeah,
it. Yes.
that's
Like
not
Toe
fun.
Jam.
To play a thing that like you can't even really like fully immerse, like really
Just like
engage.
like you technically hold a controller and something happens.
All right, just because we're talking about that, the stupidest thing I saw at all of PAX was people lined up for 2 hours to play Mass Effect, a game that came out a week later.
yeah.
Really?
Yes.
I think there was something like that at
Andromeda?
E3 last year,
Yeah.
Oh.
where they did a thing for Arkham Knight, which had already come out
Yeah.
like a week or two prior to that.
Like,
and
if
people were
no-
like, "What?" Like, yeah, it's out.
just like you paid $50 to come in for the day, and you're gonna stand in line to play a game that literally comes out in a week.
Like
Yeah,
a couple days from
Try all
now.
the other games that you haven't seen before.
Go to
first,
the indie
too.
games, man. That's where it's at.
Yeah.
Indie game.
That's
dev.
what PAX is
I mean,
really
you're bound
about
to
me.
like play Mass Effect. If you like Mass Effect that much, you're bound to get it and play it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, you will have it.
You could
that
have
week
just
later.
not
Yeah.
gone to PAX and bought it next week for
Right.
the same price
I
that
think-
you went to PAX for.
I think people enjoy being fanboys to a certain like it's like they're not just a fan of the thing, but
It is-
they
it's a
love
great
being the
conversation.
diehard fan. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
oh, I stood in line for 2 hours. Like, they played
They-
the game
they
and that
can
was
say
cool,
it now,
but
it
what
was a
they
badge of
love
honor.
saying is that
Yeah.
they like killed themselves to do it, right?
It was a badge of honor.
Yeah,
They earned the
Yeah.
ability to be
they really love it.
whatever that they.
they were
Well-
so good at standing in place
Yeah,
that they got to play the game.
the game was
That's-
meh.
I'm
Apparently.
enjoying it a
Oh, I
lot.
haven't
You
played it.
you like it?
I'm actually enjoying it a
It's
lot.
it's fun.
But I am
Something's rough about it.
recognizing a
But it's
lot of
fun.
the issues, but it's good enough that I can see over it. It's not
That seems to be like
breaking it.
that's exactly like what all the reviews said. All the reviews were like, "I like this game. I don't think you will."
Yeah, mechanically, like if you enjoyed specifically Mass Effect 1, because it's
Yeah.
very Mass Effect 1, then you
Is
will
there a
enjoy it.
Mako?
There's a Mako.
Unfortunately,
Is there?
there is.
Oh, I
it,
was
it can't be
joking.
as bad as
It's not.
it's pretty
great.
shitty still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It-
Instead of
you
having
don't-
jets on the underside, it has jets in the backside.
Yeah, so you just shoot for it. You
That
can
don't
you
work
can
well.
basically jump.
Yeah, there's no jump anymore though.
There is, but it's a white man jump.
Still
Like it's
sucks.
like a thing.
You might as well just run across the map if the map didn't kill you.
Yeah, it's always irradiated, which makes you have to use what's it called? What's the truck thing? Oh, I can't remember.
It's the shitty Mako.
It's
2.0.
Yeah, it's weird. It's what they actually call it. It's a
Yeah.
shitty Mako. But yeah, it's not
It's fine.
fantastic.
But I feel like the whole Mass Effect series is kind of like that. Like it's
Yeah.
like there was some game
like-
breaking
yeah.
things about it and
It's
some
like
things that
Fallout.
were nice. Yeah.
Fallout like
Oh,
is
no,
not a great mechanically a great game.
not at all.
The animation sucks.
yeah.
It was
The
really
combat
shitty.
is
It's
It's
awful.
really
awful.
terrible mechanically.
And that's why I didn't play 4, because fuck it. The
Uh,
games aren't that good. I'm sorry.
Well, even New Vegas was like shitty before you.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
The
all-
only reason
all
I
the
haven't played 4 is
mods
because I'm
came out.
waiting for Fallout VR, which sounds. I mean, the rumor is it's pretty good.
Sounds like I would just vomit, like unless watching.
I think
that.
it'll be real too. Honestly, I'm holding out for it, but I think I'll get too scared to tell you the truth
Yeah.
to play through it. Yeah,
Like because you'll stay in VR forever. Or...
yeah. I'll be afraid. I'm afraid that my mind will transfer into the computer.
Okay.
and
Oh,
I
yeah,
just-
that's the thing that happens.
Yeah,
I
it
read an
happened-
article about
you
It
gotta
it.
be
happened to my
careful.
uncle.
Breitbart. But for the Mass Effect stuff, it's weird to me because, kind of on that note, the animations aren't any worse than they were in the original trilogy. Like the original trilogy was okay.
Yeah.
They weren't fantastic, but in this one, none of them are
no.
none of them are like inherently
I fully
worse.
believe the internet got carried away making fun of some shit.
Well, as
not
they are
worse.
wont to do.
There were a
Yeah.
couple glitches, and sometimes
Well-
you kind of see it, but that
Well, the internet just
happens.
loves having a whipping boy, so they are just all. It's just always looking for something. It needs a No
Because
Man's
they'd rather
Sky or
shit on
some
things than make their
animations.
own.
What?
They'd rather shit on
exactly,
things than
right.
make their own things.
Yeah.
It's not
Boom.
worse, but it's not,
So it doesn't matter,
better
I shit on
either,
things,
You know,
too.
it just seems more like
It's
matte
fun.
to me.
Yeah,
It
More
is.
what?
it's fun.
Like matte. You know, like
Well-
it's like flatter, like smoother.
We were talking about this. They switched engines. So everything they
Yeah.
did in the last 3 games is out the window.
That's the problem. That is
It still
from what
seems the
I've heard.
same to me, though. Like I mean, it's
well, I mean,
all
you
the
want to
same-
recreate it as
yeah.
much as you
Yeah.
can, but the back end of it's just different.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, no,
so
I
they
noticed
couldn't
that.
like where 2 was better than 1 and 3 was better than 2
Right,
in
right.
terms of like animations and stuff like that, and the whole dialogue system and blah blah blah. They had to start from scratch again.
Yeah, well, and what's interesting is to me that they went basically from like an engine that really excels at tight enclosed spaces to an open world engine, and that's like a very probably
different.
necessary change for that series, but it's a completely different thing. It's really you don't really realize it, and the game that really helps me understand how that dichotomy was Alan Wake, because Alan Wake was made in an open world engine,
Mhm.
but it was designed not as an open world game.
Really?
It was designed to be like,
It's very
a more
linear.
traditional sort of enclosed
Yeah.
steered
Yeah.
thing, but they had I don't know why it was this way, but it was in an open world engine. And they definitely like made use of that fact in ways like I think they actually leveraged that part of it pretty well, but why they did it that way at all, I don't know.
That is kind of odd. It feels unnecessary.
Well, that's the problem. It's completely different tools. It's more
Yeah.
about expansive spaces, but Alan Wake was more
Was
about
very tight,
claustrophobic, like
It's a horror game.
horror. Yeah,
Mhm.
like it was
That's
it's a
interesting.
really interesting game to play through that lens. Like
Interesting.
it really would help me understand the difference. And Alan Wake's it's an okay game.
It's
Yeah, it's
not-
not bad.
yeah.
It was interesting.
Yeah.
They tried.
I
different
actually
stuff.
finished it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did too. Yeah.
I was trying to think of. I had something to say on that. Not Alan Wake, but hell.
But those things, sorry, that thing doesn't quite explain stuff like the animations. I
Oh,
mean,
that's
other
what I
than they
remember.
just had to do completely new
Well-
animations because they were in a new engine.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it, from what I've heard and read, is potentially came down to time, and that
As it always
they
does.
write an algorithm that
Yeah.
kind of just like
Right.
here's the
Well,
dialogue,
that's really it.
here's the baseline like animations and whatnot on it, and then normally someone would go in there and like tweak it and say like no, use raised eyebrow number 17 and use
Right,
hand
exactly.
gesture 37,
Yeah.
and
I
that
mean-
didn't happen.
Like, I didn't think the animations I
It's
saw
just
were
fish.
anything worse
Yeah.
than the new Deus Ex, which
No.
seemed to have the same animation.
There was a
problem
lot
in
of
a
lip
ways.
syncing
Yeah.
issues in the first. Like I talked about it on the podcast.
Yeah.
Like it was definitely a thing.
They
but
definitely had some like eye glitches too. And,
they
but-
do the
but
thing where there
who
it's just like arm
cares?
movement
Yeah.
and like or,
Yeah.
but the thing is the game made up for it because it was entertaining enough. Burn on the internet, having somebody to harp on things. Somebody
Phil
took
Fish.
the.
Are we talking about Phil Fish?
Oh no! Did you do a thing?
No,
Oh,
I'm
all right.
just
Would not surprise me, but the default writer, the female writer, somebody is like based off a model or something like that. But somebody basically redid the model and made it quote unquote more realistic and like akin to the real person. Everybody's like, "See, was that so hard?" And I'm like, "How many fucking polygons did you add to that
yeah.
to make it
In your
literally
one still image.
one still
like,
image that's just the head?"
Yeah.
Like that would literally melt the engine if you tried to put that in there and animate it. Like that idea of just like, see, it wasn't so hard. This
Yeah.
guy did it from
Right.
this one PNG
Yeah.
that he made
Yeah.
and rendered out like for 24 hours.
Yeah. It's so frustrating when you try to like discuss stuff like that, or I'm not even gonna get into
Animation
it.
side.
No, get into it. That's what this podcast is for.
I don't want to though.
I've lost interest in this topic. Move on.
That topic I
Shit.
raised.
Next topic.
Oh, that was what I had.
Next
Fuck.
break.
We want a break?
I wouldn't mind using El Baño.
We can
Yeah, what's
we can
that
take a
mean?
breather. Give us.
It means the taqueria.
Oh, okay.
Too
That
soon.
place burned down.
Yeah. I know, I heard about that.
You haven't heard this story, but we were gonna go to that place Tuesday.
Ooh.
We
Are
were
we
walking out the door to
What
go.
Are we off?
I mean, you should have because
It's a good story. Everybody should hear it. We were walking out of the office to go to lunch on Tuesday.
I mean, yeah, we're off.
La Delicious Taqueria, and
What?
somebody's like, "Where are you going?"
What
We're like,
kind of
"That's
name
what it's
is
called."
that?
Yeah,
A great
it's
name?
called La Delicious Taqueria, and we're like, "We're
Taqueria.
going there," and they're like, "Oh, that place burned down." We're like, "What?" They're like, "Yeah, like a couple hours ago."
Yeah.
We're like,
Oh.
no.
Yeah.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When was this?
Tuesday.
days ago?
Tuesday?
It burned down Tuesday morning, and I had for days before been like, "Guys, we're going to this place. It's so good."
I would never let
apparently,
that go.
apparently it was the most delicious taqueria that you could ever go to.
It was.
So it wasn't just a clever name.
Right? No, it was.
I don't even-
reality.
It was a delicious taqueria.
I don't under.
We'll never know now.
On that note,
It
we're
was
gonna.
the best tacos you'll ever have, but you can't have
That
them.
you'll
Never
never
have.
have.
That
Actually,
you'll
no,
never
they're
have.
moving into a new place.
It's different.
It's not the same. The grill's different, fire's different.
Yeah, really
true.
different.
Hopefully the fire's different.
Safer, maybe.
Maybe.
That was where the delicious
Sprinkler system.
Yeah, overrated. Overrated.
Too soon?
Ruins the taste.
True. The best things come out of whole
And
walls.
on that note, we're gonna take a short breather. We'll be right back in a few minutes. We're back. We are back.
Hey.
How you doing?
No, the thing's not on, but now it's on. It wasn't on.
What's not on?
It's on.
I don't know. He said, "Is this thing on?"
Oh,
What's
I
on?
literally.
Could you be more explicit with what you mean by thing?
I literally just switched back to chat.
No, I know.
Okay. We're talking about the Overwatch Uprising event now.
Yeah,
So, who here has at least played the Uprising event first?
I beat it on hard.
Oh shit!
I'm still working on expert.
Wait, is that? So there's normal, there's hard, and there's expert.
Expert?
right?
Yeah.
No, there's like
And there's hard. Plus,
hard
plus,
second
plus.
lowest. I think there's like 3 difficulties
There's
higher,
4.
3 or 4. Yeah,
There's 4 total.
Hard is
Oh,
like,
so you're like noob mode, basically.
no,
you're like
it's hard.
you're hurt me plenty.
Actually, that's the thing. It's fucking. It is pretty fucking
That is
hard.
something I do want to talk about because the
Doom?
the
Yeah,
level
let's talk about
difficulty fucking skyrockets.
I'm really surprised. We breezed through it on the easy, and then we're like, all right, let's try hard. I didn't beat hard for like. It took me like 4 or 5
Good.
attempts with different groups. I think I beat it with you for the first time the other night.
I did hard first time. First
Yeah?
time. Yeah. Wasn't too bad.
Every time, first time.
Every time, first time. But I'm good at games, so.
I'm not.
That's the difference.
I can't play games well. I talk good too.
Ain't good enough, Mark.
Working on it. Keep going.
Well, let's
Oh.
not get. I don't think we should get too worried about that. But
Yeah, no, you guys keep going. I'm gonna try to
all right.
fuck with this.
But yeah, I love that mode because what's interesting to me about Overwatch.
All right, take a step back. What are you talking about?
Yeah, good. See, this is why you're here. So
Yeah, what's
Overwatch.
No, I
is-
understand Overwatch, and
All
I
right.
know it's competitive multiplayer, blah
So,
blah blah. But this
video
sounds like
games.
not multiplayer, right? Or
No, it is.
not team versus team, right?
Yeah,
Like,
it's not. Yeah, exactly. It's not a PvP.
Yes.
It's PvE.
Yes.
So PvP is player versus player. PvE is player versus environment. So the like PvE would be, any single player game is basically PvE.
Yes.
PvP is the multiplayer version. So this is an event where you go in and to me, and I guess it's basically a dungeon in World of Warcraft if that helps anybody.
Sure.
And that's what I love about it.
So is there a cap on the number of people in it, or is it just as many people?
It's 4 people.
Okay.
So about a party size in World of Warcraft. I think WoW was 4 or 5. 5, I think, actually. It's 4 people, and there's only 4. You can only pick 4 different. Well, they have a mode where you can pick anybody, but like the main version is just 4 people, and it's 4 specific characters. So it gives
So
you
it's like a
Mercy the
story.
healer, and there's a story. It gives you Mercy the healer. It gives you Reinhardt, who has, and it gives you Torbjorn, who builds the turret, and Tracer, who can zip around with the pistols and does a lot of damage.
It's also Tracer's first mission, technically, in the storyline.
Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Really? I
Yeah.
didn't know that. Yeah.
It's like fucking Jubilee joining the X-Men.
Basically, yeah. She's like, oh, I got this thing here.
And its powers to make fireworks.
and
So-
go through time and space.
In that party, that composition of characters is just like in WoW. So this to me is basically it's like a real-time World of Warcraft dungeon to me. and that's what is really interesting because that's what I loved. I mean, obviously, World of Warcraft, like, what was fun to me was going into the dungeons with parties. But, like, World of Warcraft being what it is, in execution almost feels like a turn-based game because it's just long timers of events that just are happening. Cooldowns,
waves.
This is like real time. And, you know, what's interesting is in a World of Warcraft dungeon, you're not using all your abilities. You're using 2 or 3 abilities. Happens to be the same amount of abilities that any Overwatch character has. So to me, this is what I think. I'm getting kind of like I'm gonna get a little off the rails here, but I'm gonna guess that this is what they're doing right now is closer to what Project Titan was supposed to be, what Overwatch was before it was Overwatch. I think they were trying to do something like this with it, but for whatever reason, just wasn't working. I think they wanted to build a World of Warcraft where the combat was essentially in real time.
Right.
No MMOs still does that. It's just hard to do in an MMO.
There were a couple that tried.
And
Firefall? Is that a name? Is that the right name?
That sounds right.
That sounds right.
Yeah, no.
I don't know. The guy with the computer in front of him could verify that. But I mean, there were some that did try to be more like first-person MMO.
Yeah.
You know.
It's the limitations are less so now.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what, you know, when I'm playing it, that's the level I'm enjoying it on. Is I feel like it's basically a WoW dungeon with in real time, more responsive, more kinetic, just way more fun. It's what I wish those dungeons could be now.
Yeah, and it was a lot more fun than the first PvE event they had.
I never played that one.
It was that.
It was. The
So are these
Halloween.
limited events? So they like.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're timed.
Yeah.
They're limited and they
I don't like that.
only go to certain time.
Well, sometimes they leave them in. Like the
Yeah.
Capture the Flag was a limited event, but I guess it was well received and they left it in.
Also, it's capture the flag, so it's pretty easy for them
and
to
it's
leave
pretty much a
that in there.
no-brainer. Right? Yeah.
So
Wait, why don't you like that?
Well, maybe I'm hearing about this now, and I want to buy it, and
Yeah.
then like, oh, there's 3 days of this shit left,
Sure.
and now you can't.
not-
May
they're always-
1st, I believe, is one.
whatever, you know.
Yeah,
I'm
May
just saying,
1st?
like,
May 1st.
They're always having different events though, so
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
but
the
this
fun.
sounds like it's completely different.
It's
gameplay,
completely
right.
different.
So like, you know, to have it and then take it away, like, and especially if it's as cool as you say it is, right? Like, oh, I want to play that mode. Nah, fuck it, you can't.
Mhm.
You know, like.
But if it's like any like marker of what they've done before, they're only going to improve it further and then come out with another PvE event.
Yeah, but if I have to wait like the month because there's a different event going on, like,
yeah.
I don't know, that's not cool to me. It
I
costs
can
them nothing to keep it
understand
around, right?
that,
Like,
especially for something that like there's skins and like an experience that is tied to it that you won't get. Like, I mean, they might bring a version of it back, but you didn't get to play that.
So here's
Right.
like, I don't know if you can see, but you know, that's the team comp basically
Sure.
right there.
It's like a past version of King's Row too. Like
Yeah,
everything's
everything's
set
7 years in the
past,
future.
In
So
the
all
future or
the
the
characters are
past?
younger.
The past.
Past.
Yeah.
Did I say
You
future?
said future.
Excuse me. Time travel.
Present.
it all loops around in the end.
Yeah. Even Reaper is like you see Reaper, the guy
Yeah,
who
it's
talks
like that's
to
the
you is
first
like,
time you
is
hear
good
his
Reaper.
voice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
How
yeah.
do you, so you
Reyes.
read up on this, huh?
No, that's all in the story.
No, that's Reyes. Reyes is Reaper.
yeah, Reyes is
No,
Reaper.
but how do you know all that?
Oh well, I also read up on the story.
That's what
a
I
little
said,
bit,
yeah.
There's a little bit of backstory.
There's
and-
a little bit. This is the first time where they just want story and like
Yeah.
actually like
Right.
threw it in your face.
Yeah.
there was all the comics and stuff too.
Yeah, there was a comics, but this is like in game. Like, all right, they're talking to each other. Like, you actually get.
There was a cutscene.
This is the first time you
Don't
hear.
skip it.
There's actually a long cutscene.
You hear this is the first time you hear Morrison or Soldier 76 like
Mhm.
actually interacting with them like as a commander and not just being like, "Don't fucking die." Like, it just
Well, he's all like
he's
Just-
still
just
yeah.
You know what?
traumatized from battle and war.
This
Hurts.
mode really made me want a map editor for this game, because if they released tools to make where I could make my own events like this, I don't even want to make my own maps. I just want the
To play others.
spawning. I want access to the spawning and the just organizing the assets within the level. Oh my god, I want to. It would be so much fun.
Does Blizzard do that with their other games?
Well, sure. I mean,
Do they? No.
not lately, but this game only.
Warcraft, right?
Warcraft
StarCraft.
3. That's the thing. And so when I was reading online, that was the reaction from a lot of people. It was like, why the fuck would anybody want that? And it's like, this game wouldn't even exist if Warcraft 3 hadn't had that. You know what I mean? Like that's why you want it in a game, any game. Like MOBAs wouldn't exist, period. And this game only exists because MOBAs
We'd be
exist.
better off because of it.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have Heroes of the Storm
I
without it.
disagree.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Can you imagine a world without Heroes of the Storm?
Yeah.
No.
It's my
Very
everyday
easily.
world.
It's an icon in Blizzard app. That's
Wayne
Exactly.
plays it, but that's about.
I play with them a lot.
Do you?
I
Yeah.
played
We
it.
gotta, apparently you
We're
need
not
to friend
friends.
each other. Yeah. Well, I mean, we're not actually friends.
Oh, okay.
But we
Well,
should
we
add
can
each
be-
other in this app.
We can
Yeah,
be.
I'll be
Belgian
online
friends.
But like,
Fake
don't start
friends.
thinking we're friends.
No.
Just so you know, your place.
Just burn
Not
down your house when you're not
friends.
there.
But I'll take advantage of you in the video game.
I need 25% bonus XP for a group, but like, don't talk to us.
Oh,
It's a lot of XP.
That thing, that experience boost, man.
Oh, did you? So another thing they added with this patch was if you leave a quick play game, you get minus 75% XP for 5 games in a row.
Ooh.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
which should have been there
brutal.
from the start.
Yeah.
Like, oh, if you leave it while it's still going.
If you just
Yeah,
bail,
if you-
yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm like, just leave after it's over. Fuck.
No.
That's terrible.
No. If
Is
you just
there-
leave a
I'm fine
match.
with it.
Is there like
Me
a,
too.
a
Yeah, no,
reset
that-
timer?
that's-
Like after a certain amount of time that thing that
Next
goes
5
away
matches?
or something? Or
So
like a day later
that's
or
actually an
something?
interesting point. I don't know if it is. In Dota, it was like you would get punished if you just left a game, but if you hadn't done that in a long time, Dota wouldn't punish you for
Yeah.
the next like 1 or 2 times. If there was a reasonable gap in
Yeah.
that, like you might have just got disconnected. People,
Right,
Disconnected.
it
right?
happens, you know.
Yeah, so
It was a
I don't know about
legitimately
this.
bad game, or like you don't want to
Whatever.
just whip out
Yeah.
though every time.
like you
But
don't want to drop the hammer every time. There's reasons.
you can tell that.
But the thing is, for this, first of all, that penalty should have been there out of the bat. I was always amazed it wasn't. Second
It
of all,
wasn't comp,
that is
yeah.
not a deterrent for me. I don't give a fuck about XP. I will still leave games if I think my team is trash.
The only time I care about XP is during events like this, where I'm just trying to get the loot boxes.
well,
That is it though, because it doesn't matter for anything
here's
else.
the trick, though.
Oh.
Don't buy anything with your currency between these events.
That's what I do.
And then you just clean up at the end of the event with
Mhm.
loot boxes.
Yeah,
you didn't
but
get.
when fucking all the gold skins are 3,000,
Are they? I
yeah,
guess I haven't looked at that.
all like the
This is a
like
terrible
the 4
plan,
core
actually.
one, yeah, all 4. Like you might be able to buy one if
Yeah.
you've gotten up over it, but
Huh.
not all of them.
I got 3 skins in one box the other day.
Yeah,
Fucking- yeah,
fuck
can believe
you.
that?
I haven't got.
I've
a
only
good skin
gotten
in a
one of
while.
the golden for this
If
one.
you're talking
alone.
about anything else, I got 3 skins in one box. It sounds really fucking bad.
Video game podcast. Video game.
really packed it in there. So it was nice.
God.
good
I don't even know what
loot
that
box.
means.
That's a point. don't think about it. Don't think
I'll
about
try
it.
not
Think
to
about it.
think.
But yeah, no. I so far I have not gotten any of like the. I've gotten some of like the newer stuff, but none of like the skins, which is very disappointing to me.
Got a
Yeah.
few.
I
not trying to be
yeah,
fake.
I got all of them.
Like literally got 3 in one.
I think.
You can always just like buy them.
So you said.
you
See
know,
that
buy
the
boxes.
thing that kind of annoys me on this particular like what they're doing now is all right. So they got an event.
Yeah.
Like in say like whether the Olympic event or the Halloween event, they had a Christmas one. I think there was another one somewhere in there.
You're the
New Year.
rooster.
When you get a loot box for that, it should be for that shit,
Not
Oh,
just
yeah.
a random one.
not just for the entire expanse. And especially in this one where they added hundreds of new like sprays and emotes and anime like stuff.
Whenever I get a spray, fuck, I don't.
Just
No,
fist monitor.
Yeah, there's
like
you
just
might as well give me nothing.
yeah. So like just
I don't know. This all sounds worthless to me.
I mean, I don't act-
the,
Yeah,
the
you
loot
need a
part.
season pass for this, really.
The
That's the answer.
the loot part of the game is like it's nice, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
I don't give a
it's
shit
terrible.
about
why
it.
you buy. It's not why you buy it.
I never know what level I am or how much XP I have.
It doesn't matter.
Sometimes I'll have like 3 loot boxes and be like, oh, I got a loot box. Like, I don't care.
It's neat when you get one.
See,
Yeah.
what my
and you're
roommate
like,
does,
it's cool.
he just like buys like 25 loot boxes. I think it's like $10 for that amount of currency or something
Yeah.
like that. Like each event, and then he'll get like a
Why?
good skin or two.
I guess if you
Silly.
Because
If,
money and loot
God.
boxes.
I wish you could gift. I would gift loot boxes to friends, though. That's kind of fun.
yeah,
But
like
I don't know if
get
you can
more,
do that.
No,
I-
you cannot.
Blizzard hates gifting.
No, you can
Actually,
You
do
can
WoW?
gift. I've gifted
they
Overwatch.
just-
I've
to
gifted
somebody.
Overwatch, but it wasn't a thing you could do for a long time, and the process is fucking stupid. It
Really?
takes a long time.
All I
Yeah.
did was just get their BattleNet and just or Battle ID.
It
at
takes
the
like a
time.
day though. It takes
Really?
hours.
It
Oh,
took it like 30 minutes.
When I did it
30
a couple
minutes is still
months
too
ago,
long, I
it
think.
took
It's still a
me-
long time. Like
Yeah.
you want to play it now.
Yeah,
but,
that's
like,
the thing. I think it took me in one case like almost a day. I think.
fuck.
Why are you gifting games and not giving me games?
Oh yeah, you
Maybe
really
Mark,
did it.
he would like to play
The
this
last
event.
person
Thank
that
you.
needs gifted games.
Mark, you can't play Overwatch. Sorry.
Fuck off.
Well, if I buy you Overwatch, will you play it?
Maybe.
It's like,
Well,
what,
My problem
$50?
is I
Interesting,
carry
I'm
around a
not gonna buy it for
MacBook and it runs like dog shit on it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it does.
MacBook Pro.
Oh,
Anyways,
quit bragging, dude.
no, I'm just saying I don't even think it would run on a MacBook.
Pro.
the pros,
But not the
Pro.
shitty new one.
Pro
The
Plus.
trash can.
No, that's the Mac Pro,
The Mac Pro.
not the
excuse me.
MacBook Pro.
No, they're making a new trash can soon.
So
I know.
different.
I
Yeah,
know.
Are they?
modular parts like they did before.
So speaking of gifting and Blizzard, they're giving away StarCraft now.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
pretty
that's cool.
yeah.
That is cool.
Yeah.
So they're doing
Oh,
that.
man.
In addition to that, they're also making
They're
an HD
remastering it.
StarCraft.
Yeah. Which is cool.
Which
That was
is
a great game.
Sweet, yeah.
That made me go look up videos of Korean players just going like,
Oh, dude, fucking
Sounds like
300
a-
action
Dude,
a minute.
it's
fucking machine
ridiculous.
guns.
why would you ever want to play a game that way?
6 actions a second because it's
Yeah.
not a game to them. It's it's an actual competition.
That's
Yeah.
I
you
don't
can say
even
the same thing with anyone who does any like sports. Like, why do you want to try that hard?
Yeah,
And
I guess
don't.
so.
You
Yeah.
know?
It's just
And
I
it's-
want
I
to.
still try hard when I play the game sometimes, though. Like,
Yeah, but it's not
sometimes.
like I'm gonna go to the gym and get good.
no.
You
It's
know,
more of a,
it's
it's more
like-
of a, oh, this is
One
one
guy
guy
said he-
thing.
One guy
Like-
said he was putting sandbags under his wrist to try and increase his APM.
Yeah,
And,
dude.
How does that
and increase his
like,
carpal
that-
tunnel.
Yeah, like angle or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
I
doesn't
don't
care.
know.
He's got till 30, man. You think he's going?
When he practices, he wears finger weights.
Yeah, right? Like little like
I don't know. I mean, I used to play StarCraft all the time when I was in summer camp when I was like 12.
Yeah.
And it was cool because it was a giant lab on a college
Dude, I
campus.
played StarCraft when I was like 12.
we were all 12.
Were we
At the
all
same
12 at one
time.
point?
Yeah.
I
We were,
wasn't.
at one point we were all 12 at the same
I
time.
mean, StarCraft has been out for
That got weird.
30 years now,
Yeah,
It's
just
been
about.
a hot
Just
minute.
It was an Atari release title, I think.
right?
2600.
It was on the
Yeah.
PlayStation.
That was like the first DLC, but
Brown
it wasn't
box.
downloadable.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Brood
was like
Wars,
that was a legit
like-
DLC. Yeah.
Although LucasArts did it with TIE Fighter way back in the day.
What-
but
what they
like
do for
Yeah, but
Type
don't
R?
care.
expansions.
The actual expand, not DLC. or
Defender.
like-
Yeah, well, you couldn't download it. There was no internet.
Yeah.
Like,
but
Defenders of the Empire. But like, StarCraft had Brood Wars, and Diablo had the
Diablo 2.
Diablo 2 had Lords of Destruction or
Yeah,
whatever.
Lords
Like
of
that
That was
was
a
like
good one.
that was like the first DLC, but not DLC.
Expansion.
Yeah.
Blizzard.
Same,
Blizzard
same
do their
thing,
shit.
though, right? What's the
They're
difference?
right.
It's not really
It's
the
just not
difference. It's just a
downloadable.
different.
Yeah.
It's the
distribution
exact same
system.
thing.
Yeah.
I think the first time I ever had to worry about expansion was the Battlefield 2 stuff. Should age myself a little bit there.
Yeah.
But like just trying to like get a hold of there was two.
Grade 12.
Yeah, I'm still 12.
First
And then you
Red
could
Alert
buy
had
like
expansions.
you could buy like the chess. It was like a big box
battle
that came
chest.
the battle chest.
Oh,
that came
those are
with, like,
amazing.
all the
They're
games.
about $20. That's the best way to get all the Blizzard games.
Yeah,
The battle
I missed
chest.
the battle chest.
It was the only way to get all the Blizzard games, and then make copies of all the CDs and give them to your friends.
That's illegal.
Is it?
That's why we
Is it
don't do it.
No, that's why you don't.
Let me
use
turn
CDs
off my
anymore.
torrents.
Yeah.
What are CDs again?
Yeah, I used to do that with Half-Life as well. Half-Life was, it was cool
I've
though.
had deals or not deals. I say
I know.
expansions. There
yeah,
you
it had
The
it
first
had a
one?
few.
go.
Oh, yeah.
It had it had like 4.
Blue Shift,
Team
Opposing
Fortress?
Force.
Oh.
Team
Counter-Strike?
Fortress wasn't an expansion. That was just part
was
of
that
it.
a mod?
It was like, it was just I guess it was just like included in the base thing.
Interesting.
I don't know
Huh?
about that actually. I might be wrong.
Hold on, I'll
You should
investigate.
look
You
that
keep
up.
going. Hold on.
No, there was,
Because I say that.
there was Team
but-
Fortress and then Team Fortress 2.
Right.
Well,
That-
there was
and
another
that was
Team
based-
Fortress,
Team Fortress
ahead of
2
that.
was like a standalone-ish thing, but Team Fortress 1 was part of Half-Life.
It was nothing else in mod for it. No, Team Fortress Classic.
Yeah.
It was for Half-Life.
Yeah, just Half-Life. That was the first multiplayer game I ever got in. I played that game, that was the first multiplayer game that I was like, I cannot stop playing this game. And I had video, it was my first video game dream was being in Team Fortress Classic. I still
Yeah.
remember it. Yeah,
Did you pull your knife out to run faster?
that's Counter-Strike.
Counter-Strike. And
Oh.
Counter-Strike was my first.
Yeah.
That was,
I had
played a
my
shitload of
first dream in
Counter-Strike.
that. No.
no, not Dream. I was not Dream.
See, I used to be
Counter-Strike. I used to dream about Tetris though.
I used to just do StarCraft
Wait,
Battle
hold
all
on.
the
How do you
time.
dream about Tetris?
Yeah.
Like all those
Just playing
maps, like
Tetris.
Kevin
Just playing
Mouse,
down.
Your
like the
dreams
mobile
getting
ones.
better.
You are the bricks
No.
coming down.
See the movie Pixels? It was like that.
Oh, that was a
I
I
nightmare.
didn't see it either.
That was a terrible fucking movie.
I wish I dreamed that movie.
I watched them. I watched that movie on an airplane. Watched that movie on an airplane. It was
I've
terrible.
not seen it. I can't say anything
It
about
was
it.
so bad.
Other
Yeah,
than Adam
movies on
Sandler
airplanes, though?
sucks.
Oh, it was so bad.
What is this movie?
Pixels?
I
Pixels?
don't know what that is.
It was Adam
that's-
Sandler getting his hands on
Oh.
a really cool IP or
Never mind.
a YouTube video that was
Kevin
really
James
cool.
was president. That's all you need to know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Future dystopian.
he literally dances
Is
his
it like
way
Star
into
Force?
a room.
Yeah, it's exactly like Star Force.
Okay.
Kind
I
of
love it.
actually. Yeah.
Okay, great. I gotta see this thing because I love Star Force.
It's terrible. The effects are okay. That's it.
No, I watched an Adam Sandler movie over the weekend. The new
Why?
one.
Which one?
The one on Netflix?
Yeah, the one that just came out.
Oh,
It's as bad as you
no.
would think.
No.
Yeah. It's just a movie, another excuse for Adam Sandler to go.
There's a meme that I
It's
saw.
over 2 hours long, by the way,
Oh,
which is completely
fuck off.
unnecessary.
Long.
Yeah.
There's a meme I saw the other day about like all the shit Trump's doing is all just a cover so we wouldn't recognize the new Adam Sandler movies that are coming out. It's just like we're focused on the wrong thing,
I
guys.
mean, the last one that came out on Netflix was like okay.
Fuck off.
No, it was terrible.
It was kind of a
I
watered down
value
version
your
of it.
opinion no more.
Sad.
I didn't know there had been others, and yeah, apparently
well, that was
there's
the
been
first
many.
Yeah, it was
Sandler
like the
had a
Hateful
couple.
Eight, but
Yeah,
not.
there was. It came
No.
out at the same time too,
It
didn't
was,
it?
it was boring.
Roughly.
I saw it with my
Pretty close.
dad. He was watching it. It's not my fault.
You have a dad?
You,
Oh, your roommate. You've been talking about him all night.
right, my roommate. Sorry.
your parents. Oh no, God, I've forgotten that even existed. I tried to push that out of my
Adam
mind.
Sandler's
Yeah.
been in like 3 good movies. That's it.
He-
Fuck that
I heard
guy.
Punch Drunk Love was
Punch
pretty
Drunk
good,
Love is
actually.
one of 'em.
Yeah.
Billy Madison was okay.
I'm over those
The one where he
movies.
makes
too.
a game is alright.
Billy
Reign Over
Madison, if
Me?
you're a
He's not in that
13-year-old,
movie.
is amazing.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
who it's for.
Makes a game? Talking about Grandma's Boy?
Yeah.
Grandma's
That's a Happy
Boy.
Madison movie, but he is not in that
He's not in
movie.
the movie. Huh.
Not at
That
all.
movie's
Maybe I just
ridiculous.
imagine it.
That movie is actually kind of funny.
For all the garbage Adam Sandler's made, I don't mind him, and I think that's why he's able to continually make garbage.
People,
People
just
are just
don't
kinda like,
care.
he's
It's no
Alright.
sketch of shit anymore.
Yeah.
They just
Nah.
don't care.
Sucks.
It's old.
They all suck.
All right, he's not in Grandma's Boy. Never mind. I don't know
Yeah.
why that just
It's
popped
it's
in my
like
head.
Well,
his
because
whole.
it sounds like a movie he would make.
It's-
Well, no,
it was his
because he did make
studio.
it. Yeah,
And it was like his whole like crew of like
he just wasn't
essentially
in it.
glorified extras
Yeah.
in like his other movies, you
Yeah.
know?
Ugh.
Same movie.
Now I'm just
Hey.
thinking about Pixels.
Anyways.
I didn't
Oh,
see it.
Sorry, Overwatch or StarCraft or
What are we
whatever.
talking about?
Whichever.
Blizzard?
StarCraft Watch.
Bringing it back.
Blizzard
When's
coming
that?
out with.
When's the HD StarCraft coming out?
I don't know. They just announced it.
I'm working on it.
Dead air.
I'm not like waiting cricket to hear.
Everybody just goes.
Search faster.
Apparently, that's actually an esports player. Hold on.
HD StarCraft.
Apparently, actually StarCraft.
Yeah, try a StarCraft remaster.
Or hold on,
There you go.
scroll it down.
Look at that Brood
HD
Wars.
StarCraft.
Google better.
August 8
Yeah.
update. No, that's
No. Gotta go.
no.
You know,
maybe
though,
they don't have a release date yet.
RTSs, I only ever play for the campaign.
Yeah.
Am I insane?
No,
No, because I suck at them.
Yeah, I never
No,
hate
not
playing them
good at
online.
that.
I
just
love playing
getting
them
your
in
ass.
campaign.
You're just your shit.
I played
love
StarCraft
RTS
2 for a
campaigns.
while with my brother, and it's just like
Did you play through that? That campaign was pretty good, actually.
the campaign was good,
Yeah.
but like I was just holding him back. Like,
Yeah.
I suck at this game. I don't have the time to get good at this game.
Yeah, I don't want to.
It's just
I just don't
It's
think it's fun.
supposedly coming this summer.
What's fun to me about RTSs is not rushing and shit. It's slowly building up
massive
like a
strategy.
fort. Yeah, that's the
that's like
fun
a
Well,
thing.
that's why
War.
you usually have like no rush, like 15 in the beginning. It's 15 minutes of nothing.
oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
sorry.
Be
So
like,
you sit there,
RTS lingo,
tell me
I'm
more.
sorry.
you just sit there for 15 minutes.
No, you
And then
do
you
it
start
in
playing,
like
Just
15
doing
minutes.
this at your computer.
And then
You're just waiting. Timer go.
And
Now
then
go.
you rush.
And then you attack.
That sounds boring.
Go on. It's not boring.
Don't do that.
What? No,
Just
that's
sitting there
it's,
for
it's
15
common.
minutes?
You don't sit there 15 minutes. You,
You
build
build
up.
You're
for 15
explaining
minutes.
this wrong.
I don't know if he
Badly.
is.
How should I
I
explain?
think you
that?
just refused to.
Well, with my
to hear it.
glorious amount
Is
of
it like
Russian
2v2?
experience. Huh?
Doesn't matter.
No, it's like 8v8.
Shh.
Wait.
What?
Oh, there's no way.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Somebody's
I'm out.
There's no way.
I was with you,
somebody's
but I'm
gonna
out.
say somebody's saying fuck that. And
Yeah.
this is going.
There's
There's no way that 8 people are gonna cooperate
How
on
do
the
you
internet.
fit 16 people on those small maps, anyways? I think you're full of shit.
8 people, not 8 actually.
Eight,
be 8.
like
It's
8.
more like
4v4.
4v4. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
All right,
different.
that you explained like
Yeah,
shit.
that one was
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, that was kind of off there.
Yeah.
I was living in the future.
No.
BattleNet servers weren't that big.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Battle.net didn't
Oh, the maps
exist.
weren't that big
Oh, yeah.
either. Like,
Battle.net existed then?
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Really?
Dude, BattleNet's been
actually
around.
BattleNet forever.
Well, it started
Not anymore.
with
Diablo 1.
BattleNet started.
No, it was Warcraft.
No, I
actually.
think
Was it
BattleNet
Warcraft?
started
Yeah.
with Warcraft 3. They
3.
had
Yeah,
different,
it was
they
Warcraft
had
3.
different
It
services.
was Warcraft,
for
and
it.
then StarCraft got big with it, and then
Yeah.
Diablo.
And
When
apparently
did,
it's
when
just
did
called
Diablo
Blizzard.
come out versus Warcraft 3?
90.
The first one,
Oh, way
3?
before.
right?
Maybe?
Yeah, I mean, 2 had been out a while when Warcraft 3 came
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
Pretty sure
Diablo
that-
2 was
Maybe
definitely on
93 or
Battle.net.
91.
Well, this is in kid time in my head, so I think a long time between
Diablo.
them may have only been a year or two.
Diablo
Michael gave it to
came
me,
out
so. He was like,
here
play this. There's lots of blood and gore in it.
in 96.
96. Yeah.
So Warcraft 3, is that what
Warcraft 3
Yeah.
was like 2001.
No,
BattleNet's been around for a while.
No.
now.
You say 1?
97.
I never played Warcraft, so.
Warcraft 3, July 3rd, 2002.
Oh.
I remember.
Oh, it
Reign
must
of
be.
Chaos.
I'm totally thinking 2 then.
That's crazy that only 2 years later, World of Warcraft. came out.
Oh, see, yeah, I'm thinking 2. I remember the box, the blue box. With, that's totally what I was thinking.
2 is awesome. No,
Not World of StarCraft. Missed opportunity.
Yeah, I know. That's what everybody thought they were going to do next. They totally didn't.
Everyone loves space.
Yeah, it's a surefire win.
Well, we about ready.
Well, guys,
Time to wrap it up.
we've come to the end of another cast.
Thank God.
Is there a song that goes at the end or
That's
something?
If
what we're
Isaiah
about to
was
do.
here, you could make he would make one. But if not, you're sitting in his
Oh,
chair,
man.
so that's on you
I'm
now.
definitely not Isaiah.
Yeah.
It's true. You're
Yeah,
half
you're-
the man Isaiah is.
Like,
Literally and
literally.
figuratively.
Literally.
You're not lying.
That's just a fact.
Yeah.
Cold, hard, alternative facts. Here at Buffalo Game Space.
Out.
I'm trying. Well, thank you for joining us again. If any of this nonsense sounds interesting to you, please give us a rating on iTunes or like on YouTube. Tell your friends, loved ones. That's how this group grows.
Loved
And
ones.
if you're in Buffalo and you'd like to come on down, see this place for yourself, we are at Tri-Main Center, Suite 454. Thank you for listening, and we will see you next week.
Send food.
Send food and money,
Oh,
please.
God, please. Mostly money.
Mostly money. Or
Food's good too.
No.
food's good. We can turn food into money.
What?
I just wanted that to be the last fucking thing on there.